In this skill today, we are going to construct an angle that is congruent to the angle they've already drawn. So when we're finished, we'll have two angles that are exact same measure. They've already given us their original angle, and they've also given us another point. This point will be our vertex of the new angle, or the angle that's congruent to theirs. We're going to start off by using our straight edge to create one of the line segments of our line. We're going to put it on point A prime and just lock it in. That line does not have to be parallel to their line, so we'll just make a line however long. And so we've got our bottom line segment as they have their bottom line segment. Then we're going to take our compass and we're going to pull it over to the vertex of the original angle. You can tell it's on the vertex because the point where those two line segments come together is yellow, versus when it's not on there, it's blue. So we're looking for it to be locked into place. You can almost feel it kind of jump into place, and so you'll click on it to lock it in place, and then we'll stretch our compass. It's not really important how far, but just a little bit, and then it jumps off your vertex. So put it back on, lock it in place, and you're going to draw an arc that intersects both of their original line segments. Your arc just needs to intersect their two line segments. If your arc ends up turning into a big circle, that's fine. The only part that's really important is that we have the intersecting point here and here. We're going to take the exact same compass down to the angle that we are creating. We're going to set it on our vertex A prime, and we're going to draw a similar arc. Notice that our compass is still locked into place just as it was in the top angle, or the original angle. We're going to draw an arc that intersects our line segment. You'll want a nice sized arc. We want it to intersect the other line that will be created up here. So you want to make sure that it's wide enough or large enough that that line is going to cross. Now we're going to pull a new compass, and basically what we're going to do with that compass is we're going to measure the distance on the original one between their two intersecting points, here and here. Notice that when you're in the right spot, not only the arc turns yellow, but also the line segment turns yellow. Otherwise they're blue. So we're going to hover over them, lock it in place, and we're going to hover until both of those are also yellow, and click again. That locks your compass to be the same length as the distance between their intersecting points. And that's very important because we need our distance between our intersecting points to also be the same distance as theirs. So using that same compass, we're going to come over to the only intersecting point we have and place our pivot. And then we want to intersect our arc. Again, that arc doesn't have to be very big, but if yours ends up being larger, that's fine. So we're then going to take our straight edge, or our ruler, our original point, or the vertex, is one of the points on our second line, and then where our two arcs intersect is our second point. And we again know that we're in the right spot when both of those arcs turn yellow, as they are now. So we'll click that ruler in place, and come grab your pencil and slide that up for your line segment. So we've got some extra arcs in place, but you can go ahead and submit your answer. It will accept it this way. We have two angles that are congruent to each other. If you wanted, you could undo the little arcs, but that's not necessary, and I accidentally just erased my line segment. But previous to that, we had two congruent angles.